And we're live.
Oh, nice.
Hey, you guys. Welcome.
Alex, the car doctor. Welcome to another one of my lives. I'm going to try to do more of these live videos for you guys to answer all your questions because um, the comments is getting out of hand and it's hard for me to keep up with everything. So I'm going live to make sure I answer all you guys' questions.
Well,
I think I said that right.
yeah. So, since no one's on quite this moment exactly at 7, I guess we can catch y'all up on what's been going on with Alex, the car doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And today is actually his birthday. I know he wasn't going to mention it. Gotcha. So, happy birthday to Alex, the car doctor. It's his birthday.
Thank you, sweetie.
Do you know how old you are?
Every year, you told me. Yeah.
Every year I have to tell him his birthday.
I don't remember how old I am. I don't know.
You're 35.
Well, yeah. Previous to this, I thought I was already 35.
No, you're 35 today. All right. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And for those of you who don't know, we're doing a live Q&A. So if you want to ask your car questions, you want to say what's up, just go hop in the comments. We'll see it. We'll click it. And, we started this back last year, but a lot of crazy stuff happened. Hi, Big Happy. That's what I'm talking about,
Big
baby.
Happy. I love that name.
Yeah. Hi, guys from Mantibo. Now what? Oh, Canada.
Oh man, I'm about to switch over. I'm about to be Canada. I love Canada so much. I'm about to just switch
Move
over.
on up there. You think so?
Yes,
I don't know. I think it's cold up in Canada. I'm a Georgia girl, so
they have their stuff together, in my opinion.
See, now you get into politics. This ain't that. All right, we answering car questions today. So, like I was saying before you guys got on, today is Alex's birthday, and he's 35. If you want to wish him a happy birthday, that'd be cool too. Even though he went to the shop and work today.
I shot some videos.
Yeah, we did. So
I think the last couple of weeks, what's been happening at the shop is, of course, a lot of lifter jobs. I be doing lifters so much. Sometimes I get into these little battles with other people, and they're like, "Oh, the lifter doctor." I guess they be trying to be smart or whatever the case may be.
Oh no, they call you Dr. Pennistar. Yeah. All right, you got a question. I'll put it up.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you for the happy birthday wishes.
Our politics are bad too. Oh gosh.
Is it bad? Is it worse than this? I don't know. We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk. Are you a fan of CRV transmissions?
Which year CRV? CRV have different generations. Yes, they have different generations.
And he's talking about the Honda CRV.
I know.
Let us know. Atishan. I don't like to mess up people's names. Let me know if I got that right.
What do you clap at? What?
He said, "Why did you clap at some dude about Mopar engines?" You remember that TikTok we made?
Oh, everybody got a kick out of that.
Yeah,
because he's talking about, oh, you need GM.
Like,
that set me off.
Yeah, I remember. He said, "Get the F out of here. You know you need GM to make money and whatever." Your dear GM, please fix. You were making a video to help the customer.
Yes, I'm all about the customer at the end of the day.
And he challenged your integrity, saying that, and that's what happened.
Yeah, what ticks me off the most, if you guys want to know, is someone come at me and basically challenge my integrity. I built my shop and everything off of integrity. That's just the way it is with me. I believe in what goes around, come around. If you treat people right, you'll get treated right in return. So that's how I run my shop. And when someone comes at me saying that, hey, basically challenge my integrity, it touches me the wrong way, because that's not me.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so that's why, to answer your question. Ben Jarvis says, "Happy birthday, brother. 2015 Chevy Tahoe. The rear AC blowing warm, air front is blowing cold. Any idea what it could be?"
Yes, you could have a blender motor problem. With rear AC, it's basically like a whole different unit back there. Because with the rear AC, you can switch it from the blow on the foot, the lower, or in the ceiling. Also, you can switch it from cold to hot. It has its own heater core. It has its own evaporator core back there, and you have a blend door motor that switches from cold to hot. So it's probably something wrong with the blend door motor or your switch itself. But I rarely see the switch. It's normally GM blend door motors that go out. So my money is on that.
Let us know if you figure it out, Ben.
Thank you, Tony.
Tony Speed. Happy birthday, Alex. Very cool name. Tony Speed.
Yes, I love that.
But until we get some more questions in, what are you working on at the shop this week?
I've been getting a lot of Kias. Like I think I said this in one of my videos. I may just stop taking Kias because every Kia I get in the shop pretty much need an engine. Or it's been the Kia boys that hit them up and it takes forever to get parts. So Kia is a no bueno for me. I'm not a fan of Kia at all. No shade to whoever owns a Kia. It's just
Hyundai either.
Yeah, Hyundai, Kia. I always joke around and say we never got along with the Koreans, so why buy their car? Maybe that's cruel, but that's my little joke.
It's North Korea that's, I don't know.
It's the Korean car.
There you go, politicking again. I told you, stay on topic.
I'm on topic, and that's just my joke.
No, for real though. We're seeing them with 100,000
No,
miles.
sometimes under 100, and they have a bad oil consumption problem. They consume a lot of oil, and people run them dry on oil, causing the engine to make noise. And when the computer picked that noise up, the car will go into limp mode. Basically, it'll shut down on them in the middle of the freeway.
So we got 2 this week.
Happy birthday. Enjoy your channel. I just need more.
Wait a minute, babe. You gotta.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It says, when did you realize cars and fixing them was your lane?
Ooh, wow, man. That's a good question. So I think this goes back to when I was maybe under 10. We used to have mechanics come out, little shade tree mechanics come out and work on our vehicles. So I used to always be fascinated by vehicles, whether that's a bus, car, and I used to just sit there and watch. And I think it's in middle school I discovered rotors was actually hot. I was in the bus lane and always just been fascinated by the mechanics of any vehicle. So I'm always looking at the buses, trying to look up on there of them, just looking around. I was a little boy, maybe about 7 or 6. And I seen the rotor. I didn't know what it was. I touched it. That burnt the mess out of me. I was like, of course I played it off. But I've always been fascinated with mechanics. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I have this journal that he had when he was a little boy. And on one of the pages, it says, when I grow up, I want to be a mechanic and I want to own an F-350. And if that doesn't work out, I want to fix computers. Yeah. Well, you see how it turned out.
Now, the only reason I wanted an F-350 is a funny story behind that, too. And I got my F-350.
Yes, you did.
Kind of sold the F-350 and got a 250, but that's beside the point. I used to watch Cop. And it was from the dealership, and man, he took them on a wild ride. Like, he was just plowing through cars, jumping curves. They could not stop that truck for nothing. Just like blasting through everything. I'm like, man, I want that truck. Anything that can do that, I want it.
And he drive his F-250 like that too. Just be doing too much. That's why I don't ride with him now.
So
you got Ira Jackson. Tell her thank you for this
so
tip.
much.
Happy birthday, Alex. I enjoy
really
your channel. That. Just need more videos. I learned the way on things I didn't know. Okay.
And that's my whole goal with my channel. I'm here to teach the consumer. I'm not necessarily here for the mechanics.
Other technicians,
because to me, sometimes technicians their cups are too full, meaning. Can you probably explain that better? Their cups.
They don't want to listen. They think their way is the right way, and they're not open to hearing different ways that it can be done. So if he makes a video and somebody says, "Oh, well, you don't need to do it like that," or this doesn't work. Well, to each his own. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So just always comment what you want to see, and we'll try to make that happen for you. Sometimes it is a little bit tough to make videos. Sometimes he goes faster than what I can catch, or sometimes I'm preoccupied on other things because I do help run the shop. But whatever you want to see, sweetie, just comment it, and we're gonna try to make that happen for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you thank him for the birthday wish?
Yes, I did. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go
Thank
buy
you.
me some beer. But yes, I am on all platforms. My wife thought it'd be a great idea to put me on all platforms. So it's like comments are coming at me each direction. So I'm like, my wife said I have ADHD. And
look, I didn't say. I'm just telling you what I was told to me by your grandma and the, you know.
And sometimes I will freeze up. I just get so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I want to so bad, but I'm like,
listen, that's what your grandma told me. Anyway, Altia Sean, tell me if I'm saying your name right. I just want to make sure I got it right. So, why do manufacturers make aluminum trannies versus solid steel? And by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you. Aluminum tranny versus solid steel. I'm really not a transmission guy, but if I would guess, it all has something to do with heat dissipation. Aluminum dissipates heat a lot better than steel. Steel tends to hold that heat in, and aluminum just does such a great job of dissipating all that heat. Heat kills anything. Transmission, engines, especially diesels. When you're starting to get into the diesel performance world, you have to look at the EGTs, that's exhaust gas temperatures, and you have to keep those low. If they get too high, you start melting components. Same with transmissions. If your transmission temp get too hot, you start melting your clutches, or burning up your clutches, not melting them. Same with engine oil. Engine oil gets too hot, you just start burning up stuff. So yes, I think it has something to do with the temperature. Just aluminum does a lot better job of dissipating that heat.
This lovely person here says, "What's up, Alex?" I have no idea how to read that, but
the Dave.
Yeah. Kenneth Williams says, "I'm looking at new vehicles and can't decide. 2019 Challenger V6, 2019 Avalon, 2019 Camry, or 2020 GMC Terrain. Which one would you purchase and why?"
Well, the number one choice, in my opinion, if you can afford it, I would go Toyota. That's the Avalon and Camry. Yes, to some, they're very boring cars. And okay, you got a Toyota. Okay, very boring, and it's going to run forever. That's the way I look at Toyotas. Now, with the second choice would be the Challenger. The reason I say that, because the Pentastars, I'd rather know my demons than not to know. With the Pentastar, it's very cut and dry. You know what you're going to get. You know you're probably going to have lifter issues. You know you're probably going to have that oil cooler. Okay, you can expect to have them problems. I'd rather know what I'm going to get into. Now, with the GMC Terrain, GM has been slipping a lot.
Don't
lately.
do it.
No,
it's a 2020. Do you think they've evolved the whole climate change issue?
They probably have, but GM, I don't know. That'll be my last choice. So Toyota, Challenger, GM last. That's my pick.
Pick the Challenger.
Am I a fan of German engineering? Yes, baby. I love German engineering. I'm actually a big fan of VW. We actually own several. I'm a big fan of their diesel lineup. I bought my wife a 2011. It was an MK6. It's a Jetta. A TDI. Oh man!
Love that car.
Once you fiddle around with it and do the stuff that you're supposed to do with it, man, that car is bulletproof, and it'll net you probably about 50 miles to the gallon if you drive it like you got some sense.
I don't. I just got a ticket. So. I was trying to get to where I was going.
That sucker will move.
I love that car. I mean, we're in
so
Georgia.
Much torque.
We're right outside Atlanta. Like if you go down the street, it's Atlanta. We live in Atlanta. The shop is in Morrow. From here to Jacksonville, Florida, quarter tank of diesel.
And I think it has like a 14-gallon tank. And I own a 05 Jetta TDI. So we're big diesel fans over here. I just love diesel. But to answer your question, yes, I love anything German. And fun fact about VW.
I'm about to say, but you don't work on German
no,
for the public.
because I was gonna get to my fun fact first.
Go ahead.
For those who don't know, VW Group is very huge. They are responsible for Lamborghini, Bugatti, Bentley. Did I say Lamborghini?
Yes.
Lamborghini.
Yeah,
and something else I probably mentioned. Audi, of course. A lot of people don't know that. So, and the Audi R8 is just like a Lamborghini. That's their like sport roads. That's like the.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't look past the jet.
What is a Lamborghini considered? Exotic. That's
exotic. Okay.
Yes. That's what.
But at the shop, we stopped taking in customers with German.
European cars in general.
vehicles.
That's Mercedes.
Yeah. It's not the car. It's not that he can't fix it. It's the people.
They're joy to work on, but when people bring their European cars to me, they're trying to save a buck, and I'm not the shop for that. Mm-hmm. European cars are very picky when it comes to parts, and I try to explain that to customers, like, I'm gonna have to get your parts from the dealership. I'm gonna have to get the correct parts. Sometimes people don't like that.
They try to bring stuff from Amazon, or in a minute that it goes wrong, then they wanna cry and whine and moan. And
give me a bad review.
Yeah.
I'm like, I tried to tell y'all.
We don't do European, not because he can't fix them, but it's what we do. We have about 5 customers that are related to me that refuse to take their car anywhere, so we're stuck with them.
They just joy to work on. I just love working on them, but it's just when customers don't listen to me, people just mess it up for everybody.
Al Michael, I like that name. I hope I said it right. Says happy birthday, homie, to you.
Appreciate you.
All right. Big Happy says, I have a 2011 Durango. The tranny dipstick is in the way. I can't take off the valve. Can't take off the valve cover off. Oh. Any advice?
Now, do you have the V6 or the V8? That Durango comes in different engine sizes. I would need to know that. That way I can better help you there.
So, Hemi?
Yes.
Or Pentastar, which one you got?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know, Big Happy. Ben Jarvis, he says, thank you both. I was thinking Blendor, but it started today and haven't had the time to yet. We have 6 kids.
Wow.
Blessings and prayers, baby.
We
got 5, and I'm telling you.
I'll want y'all give us a run for our money.
Yes, she does. She's a daddy's girl and won't let anybody hug Alex or anything.
Nope.
Just can't. So we have 6 kids to put in the back, so I'll be doing it real soon. Yeah. You definitely you want to have the babies back there in the heat. All right. So he says, is it possible to remove air from a vehicle AC system without having a vacuum pump?
Not the legal way. Legally,
we have to say
yes.
You should use a vacuum machine.
The EPA may be watching, and I will get fined. So I cannot tell you that. But an old guy once told me how, and I'm not going to share that in public.
Listen, come to Atlanta. I mean, maybe we could talk on the side.
Yes, come see me in person.
Legally,
personally tell you.
You must use that machine. And we have 2 of them. We have to get one for the R134A, and then we have to go get the other one for the 1234.
Very expensive.
Not anymore. The prices went down.
Well, I'm talking about the machines.
Machines are expensive, but what used to be expensive was that new Freon that they're using.
Oh my
but
God.
Now I will say the price is about the same as the 1234. I mean, no, R134.
Yeah,
because it's getting ready to be obsolete.
The new one always make a joke. The YF stands for UF.
You're bleeped.
You're bleeped.
Not anymore though.
Well, not anymore because
the price is down. Linford Scott, happy birthday. Where do you go for accurate diagrams?
Ooh, I use AllData and Google. Google is pretty good if you know what you're looking at. What I normally do if I'm not at the shop and if I want to pull up a diagram real quick, I just type in radio. Of course, I'm just using radio as a example. My wife helped me out so much.
I finish his sentences all the time.
Example. So I would type in 2011 Dodge Durango radio diagram, and you'll get a whole bunch of stuff, and you just have to filter through it if you don't want to pay the money for the software. And filtering through it, the best way to do that is pull your radio out, locate one of the wires, or a couple of the wires, let's say, just keep it simple, 3 wires, and look at the color coding of them. Like, okay, this color coding is red and white stripe, straight up black, and the red and yellow stripe. And you'll compare that to the diagram, like, okay, this must be it, and you'll run with that. I think AutoZone has some pretty helpful stuff too, but I don't know about diagrams. But all data is what I use.
And we've tested that. We've been through a lot of software. That is the best.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Ira's back. Ira, we diagnostic videos. He wants more diagnostic videos. I put a new motor in my son's 07 Charger. I'm getting problem codes. Knock out his first car I bought him. Do you know the problem codes?
Yes. Send me the codes. I would love to look into that for you, for sure.
Yeah. And then what engine is in that? That's a big one too. Is it the 2.7? Did the 2.7 come in those?
Yes, the 2.7, 3.5. Yeah. I think 5.7 and the 6.1 SRT. So I need to know what engine you have and the code, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to help you. I'm about to start just change my whole business concept to a Mopar shop.
Because that's all we've been getting a lot. Jeff, trains and gameplay. Ooh. Have you ever changed the clutches in the Ford Focus?
It's been a minute. I can't remember the last time I did a Focus, but I have. You talking about automatic transmission or manual? Because manual transmissions, I'm pretty sure I've done one. Automatic, I don't deal with it.
So open up the automatic transmissions.
I need to know what clutches are you referring to.
Let us know,
automatic
Jeff.
Or manual.
Think outside the boxes. Do you get a lot of 6.1 Hemis in for repair?
Very rare. Not many. I believe the SRT lineup is like their premium car, and they use a lot better parts. I know of people always asking me when I go in and do lifters, can you put the SRT lifters in there? I guess their research came up with the SRT parts are a lot better than the stepchild Hemi and the V6s. So they hold up a lot better. If you're going to go Mopar, go SRT.
All right. Big Happy said it was a Pentastar. His original question was, he has a 2011 Durango. The tranny dipstick is in the way. He can't take the valve cover off. Any advice?
I actually have a whole series, 4-part video of me doing a lifter job on that particular Durango. So you should be able to scan through. I think it may be part 1 when I remove the valve covers. So it just, I did it that way. Of course, that's the very long way, and you don't have to do it that way to do lifters. I just did it that way to like cover a wide basis. But yes, that video should help you out. Is it a way we can give him that video? If you message me or something, I'll send you.
If you go on the channel, it's just how to replace your lifters. Just click the first part. Part 1
I don't
or 2.
remember the dipstick being in my way though. Just watch it. I'm pretty sure you'll get a tip. It's some way I wiggle my way around that dipstick, because it does kind of come over. It's weird. I know.
Atishan says, do you follow other mechanic bloggers like Scotty Kilmer?
Yes,
I like Scotty Kilmer.
Scotty Kilmer is cool. I like what he does with his hands. Woo! But my favorite one is, he's not necessarily a mechanic. He is Project Farm.
Yeah.
Farm, like farms, like.
Oh yeah, the guy that tests everything.
Yeah,
Project Farms.
Yeah.
What about that guy South Main? I like him. Oh, Fluffy.
Oh yeah.
Then you got JT.
JT, I learned a lot from JT.
We follow quite. always watching other mechanic bloggers more so than him, just to see what kind of information is out there, what I can make better. I basically come up with all of the topics.
Yes, my wife. This channel will be nothing without my wife.
Thank you so much.
You know, this is the background person right here that makes everything possible. So thank my wife.
I watch other vloggers all the time, and I like South Main guy for his name. Precision Transmission.
Yes, Precision was great until
they got some family drama going on over there, so they don't make videos no more, I guess.
Like, this is terrible.
I think everybody it's not nothing. Scotty Kilmer, that man been doing it since Wallace was born, so it's not like trying to.
I just wish Scotty Kilmer did more stuff. Yeah, like he
ain't got to do that. No, he don't got that no more.
It was great.
Done.
He did.
You should call him in. He would have gave y'all right now. Scotty Kilmer.
I miss looking at his garage. His like packed garage. It was like finding Waldo. Like, oh, what's going on back here?
But yeah, to answer your question, we watch everybody. You know, want everybody to win, and
I just do stuff a little bit different.
Yeah, for sure. Al Michael says, "Oh, I'm replacing the lifters with TSP lifters. Is that
TSP? Trying to figure out."
TSP. We use milling a lot.
Yeah, I'm like a creature of habit. Milling to me has never failed me. Milling ran out of supply. I even tried going to what's that another American made
Sealed Power?
No, not Sealed Power. It is
DCJ
DJ something.
I can't think of it right now.
They're supposed to be another well-known company, but they let me down because I do so many lifters. I'm bound to run into some type of problem dealing with part quality. But I never run into part quality issues. So that ought to tell you something.
Ira Jackson says 5.7. That's what he had when he said he installed the charger. Said knocking out the codes about to put in the Mopar crank sensor. The code before the crank sensor went out was PO171. Was a PO171 code.
Okay. What's the it's hard for me. I got so many code descriptions and I'm trying to keep up with. I'm not familiar with the 171.
What's the 171? I know. Let me.
Yeah, you put in the basic checks, like make sure it's getting cool, check compression. Let's see, fuel, compression, spark. Where did you get the motor from? That matters.
That matters big time.
You could have done it. I'm very funny about who I deal with when I deal with motors, junkyard engines.
Oh, I don't want to play. Give us some info as much as you can.
Yes, we will. It goes back to I'm a creature of a big Autel type of guy. Autel really caters to European cars. That's why I like them, but they also work well with American vehicles as well. A good Autel tablet can range you anywhere from $3,000 on up to about $6,000. I have both. I have the $500 one and the $6,000 one, and I love it. Oh my gosh, it's just I love anything about it.
We've had Snap-on, expensive Snap-on.
I've tried. The Snap-on man gave me the Snap-on scanner, like their high dollar Snap-on scanner to use. It was just like, my Autel does everything this do, and I get more value for my money. I think for that Snap-on at the time when I was shopping around for expensive scanners, it was either spend $10,000 and not get all the adapters and everything I need, because with Snap-on they like nickel and dime you for everything, or go to Autel and just get everything you need, just everything. So I went Autel and I really enjoy it.
All right, so Satya has two questions. One is Ford Escape 2023 is good? And is Ford Escape straight line all-wheel drive good for long term? So
The newer Escapes, I haven't really seen them in my shop like that. I would say they're pretty fair. Now, I don't know too much about their all-wheel drive system. Some all-wheel drive systems are a little shady. People think they're getting a good all-wheel drive system, and it's basically like a two-wheel drive. I've tested a lot of all-wheel drive systems, and the best all-wheel drive systems out there, if you want a good all-wheel drive system, is Mitsubishi. They have a good all-wheel drive system to offer. Subaru is the best.
Number one in my book.
Yes, number one, along with Volvo. Volvo is, the all-wheel drive system is the bomb too. So I don't know if you're looking at it from an all-wheel drive standpoint, but some all-wheel drive systems are just not real all-wheel drive. Right. It's like you put it on the hill or get the two front wheels stuck, because it's a front-wheel drive based car, meaning the front wheels propel the vehicle, and then you have extra stuff to send the power to the rear, like a transfer case, drive shaft, and another little differential in the rear, along with some CV axles that connects to the wheel. And the type of system they use is like a magnetic clutch, and that magnetic clutch, if you get the front wheel stuck, the rear wheels will not pull you out. It's like, I don't know. It's fake all-wheel drive.
Who has a laughable all-wheel drive is that Jeep Cherokee. The one that they went off-roading and it broke.
Which one?
The white one. I don't know whose it is.
You talking about my front desk light?
Yeah.
It didn't break. It ain't just bent suspension component.
But it isn't supposed to be all-wheel drive, right?
It's four-wheel drive.
It's supposed to be.
But that's Fiat mess.
Jeff, Trains and Gameplay said it was automatic 2014. About the clutches.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be able to help you with that. I'm no good at automatics. When in school, I never paid attention. I just too much going on. Maybe my ADHD kicking in. So my wife tell me, I'm like, no, this ain't for me.
I like how you just keep putting it on me. But I take, because we live right now. Z-Class Entertainment. Where's your shop at?
It is located in Morrow, Georgia, about 10-15 minutes from the airport.
Yeah, we're near Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Yes. Like, if you're from here, then you know, like right off of Forest Parkway, Jones Road Parkway.
They trying to move, because where I am now, it's a shop plaza with other shops, and some people don't respect your stuff. Like, it's annoying. So
well, we're in the process of trying to buy our own shop, so we just grinding and giving it out. I don't know when it's gonna be. You just gotta have faith. So, but for now, we're over off Forest Parkway, Jonesboro Road, Forest Park area.
Funny story. I had a guy that came down from about a 2-hour trip. He seen one of my YouTube videos, and he had to visit.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, he had a Charger or something.
Yeah.
So shout out to him if you're listening.
Yeah, if he's on here.
I'm not making fun of you, but it was just funny.
It was so cute.
Yeah, it was very cute.
He was from Milledgeville, Georgia. He drove 2 hours to have you fix his shifter.
Yes.
And we're near the airport, so the planes are
he
low.
Was like, wow, a plane. It was low to the ground. Never seen nothing like that. I guess I see it all the time. It's kind of annoying now, because I'm trying to do videos. And you hear a big plane.
Delta flying over. But no, yeah, shout out to him. I haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing all right.
I just had another customer drove from Savannah 4 hours. Yeah. I'm like, I'm so real with people. It's like, some people would take it as I'm just trying to get rid of them. I'm just trying to offer good advice to save you money. I tried to tell the guy, I was like, well, now you know the problem. Maybe they're not good at diagnosing stuff down there. Now you can go back and you know what it is, and they can just swap out the parts. So there's a big difference between part swappers and good diagnostic skills. And a lot of people in shops just don't have good diagnostic skills.
And basically they got like, order my parts. I'm coming back Tuesday.
I was like, okay.
Basically. Cody, JRT, wife's all-wheel drive Edge. Are the rear hubs supposed to be so difficult to remove? I did both rears last week. It was no picnic.
On the Edge. When the last time I did one of those?
The little 4-day street, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know. Yeah. We have one that somebody abandoned.
Are they press on?
No, they're bolt on, if I remember correctly. Let me know if they're bolt on. Now, where are you from? If you're from like up north somewhere where they put a lot of salt on the road, yes, they're going to be very difficult to remove. But if you're from Georgia, where you see no salt on the road, yeah, it's a breeze. So I don't, let us know where you're from.
And that goes for every y'all. Let us know where you guys from. I know
Yes.
somebody was here from Canada earlier. South Main and Project Farm Rock, you do too. Oh, thank you
so much.
Words. Uncle Marks says Scotty used to have a Q&A live stream. It was pretty good. I saw Scotty live the other day. It was pretty good. I mean, it was same. He just goes so fast sometimes. Sometimes it's like zoom out. But yeah, I saw him live the other day when we can catch it. Oh, here's a good question. Gene, 1984 G says, hey there, have you done any more work on the Cutlass?
No, and I want to so bad. Let me tell you the story about the Cutlass, because I don't think I've went into much detail about it. So around the stimulus check time, I guess someone bought themselves. They balled out on a Cutlass. It was beautiful, and I'm gonna get to it. Wow, it was beautiful. So I'm heading to work one day, and I'm on 20, and I see this car approaching. I'm approaching this car on the side of the road. And when I pass it, it's like one of those double take things. You look and you're like, wait a minute, that was a Cutlass. And man, it was sitting on like some 22s. It was white. It was beautiful. So I'm like, do he know where he left that thing? This is Atlanta.
Like, this is a disaster waiting to happen.
That is not gonna last long. And I was like, he better hurry up and get it outside the road. Because normally when I see people, when they broke down in their old schools here in Atlanta, they're actually sitting with their car waiting on a tow truck to come, because these Atlanta people don't play. They will scoop your stuff up so fast, and like you won't have it'd be like
out your drive waiting broad daylight.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. So I was surprised it was left on the side of the road, and I didn't know who car that was at the time. So when I got to the shop, they was like, yeah, we have a customer that's supposed to be bringing a Cutlass. I'm like, did it break down on 20? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, he better hurry up and get that here. So got there, I diagnosed it. The engine was locked. So I pushed it outside. I was like, engine locked up, what you want to do? He's like, I don't have no more money. I was like, okay, please come get your car. It's drawing too much attention. Everybody is looking at it, trying to buy it. It was just ridiculous. It drawing too much attention. So 2 days later, after I was begging and pleading dude to come get his car.
Because I told him, I said, listen, your car's sitting on them things. We can't be responsible. Yeah. You can't leave it up here.
2 days later, I came in, car was on bricks. Dang. They stole his music, stole the rims. He had a nice aluminum radiator. They just stole the door panels. I'm like, oh my gosh. So
he was sad, but he sold it to Alex for $1,000.
Yes, I got that car for $1,000. Never drove it. So it's been at my shop, and I've been slowly piecing it together. When you have 5 kids and a lot of projects, it's kind of hard sometimes. And running a shop. So I haven't got nowhere yet on it. I do have a 6.2 LS3 that I'm throwing in it now. It was a 5.3, but I did a trade with someone and got my hands on a 6.2. So I'm very excited about that.
Gene says, O2 sensor and catalytic converter is one of those. I gotta go back and find your original. Did I miss something?
What is his name?
Gene, ask your question again. I might have missed you.
Yes.
All right.
I know I ramble on about my Cutlass because it's
for real.
One of my favorite. Like, it's one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite cars.
Why y'all ask about that Cutlass?
And once I found the year, I was like, oh, it's 87. That's the year my wife was born. Oh, this got to be dedicated.
That was a good year. They don't make them like that no more. I'm telling you that right now. All right. Linford Scott says, are most of your problems with cars mechanical or electrical?
Mechanical. I don't see too many electrical issues. The electrical issues I do see is when squirrels and rodents crawl up in the engine bay and set up shop and eat stuff up.
Yes, we've popped the hood, honey, and it was a possum up under there chilling one time. So that does happen. And I've brought many of Dodge Chargers from the auction where the wiring's chewed up and it, but it sounds crappy, and it just a rodent got in there.
Or a ground issue from a cancerous car. Cancerous meaning came up north and it's just a lot of rust.
Yeah. But mostly mechanical.
Yes, mostly mechanical.
M Reynolds, it says 2015 C. What you got, M Reynolds? What you got? Is that a 2015 C Chrysler 300? I don't know. I didn't see any other.
Yes, mostly C means the Chrysler 300.
Because they got the C's and the S and stuff. Let us know. Happy birthday. Chills says, happy birthday. All love the channel. Former Mopar diesel trucks now. What drives you to keep learning? Great question.
Oh man, this goes way back when I was a kid. Why everybody else is off partying, and I never been that type of guy that chase girls and go out and want to party in the booger bear. Yeah, you're right. I always go to the library and just something fascinating me about mechanics. It's just in me, I guess. It's one of those bloodline.
He loves cars. I'm telling y'all right now. Things. I'm telling y'all right now. I better know how to build a car because that man talking to me about cars morning, noon, to night. And we've been married for
2 years.
No, honey, not with 5 kids. Been married for 16 years and together for 17 years. And all I ever heard was car. Even if I don't want to hear it, he's still going to say it. So, yeah.
I just love it. It's a passion of mine, and I will do it for free if I have to make a living.
True that. Ira's back. He says, brand new motor. Knocked out a couple of 02 codes. That 171 was the last code my computer seen. I'm handling it. That's how I give beer money. Good videos, brother and sister. Oh, thank you, Ira, for real, because he loved Bush Bill. Even we appreciate it, really. That's why we have to start back doing the live so that we can, interact with you guys.
Because I love interacting with you guys. I really do. I love talking car, anything car.
Right. Cody JRT says Top Done scanners give free updates for life. Oh, we need to look into that. Top Done scanners.
Because I know Altel, they charge me.
Yeah, they do.
So appreciate that tip. I really do.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at it. We're not a closed book. We're all open to learning. And believe it or not, like I run his auto repair shop and it has been a learning curve. We had to transition from a mindset of mobile mechanic with no overhead costs to owning a shop, putting policies in place. The one thing that separates a business from a hustle is policies. All right. Let that be your golden tidbit for that. And that leads right into his question. Atishan says, the overhead costs really high for running a mechanic shop. And what's your biggest expense? You saying my name fine. Okay. Thank you.
Overhead is a lot if you're running a proper automotive shop because you have a hobbyist shop, which the overhead is probably under $2,000, ran lights and everything. Then you have a professional shop where the owner is actually trying to do stuff the right way, like me, and my expenses is up from anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 a month.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we pay $65,000 a year in rent.
Yeah,
however,
I'm talking about monthly, on the monthly basis. Like employees, gas, light, the rent. Almost $10,000 a month, right?
Yeah. Oof. Well, no, because
still almost like
more than $10,000. The rent by itself is $5,000. You still got employees, their salaries. It's up there. Yeah. But I will say this though, and this is the same thing that I had to tell my darling husband because he didn't want to shop for.
I'm cheap.
He's very frugal, and he didn't want to shop for a long time. It's all about your mindset because that $5,000, that $65,000 a year is a drop in the bucket compared to what the big bucket can hold. So if you're want to fix on cars and you're letting that stop you from going forward, you're holding yourself back. Because while the rent is $65,000 a year, imagine how much that shop can. You have some shops out there doing $100,000 a month. Okay, a month.
I'm up to like $40,000 a month, but the expenses is
my goal for but I will say TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
It's been a blessing.
Has been an influx of customers for us, but a lot of Alex's base customers came from when he was a mobile mechanic, which is not bad to start. I mean, no overhead is good, but with that, you're only going to go so high if you're doing mobile because it's just you. Then you got to hire somebody.
It was hard. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hot, heat. You know, cold when it's cold.
I don't miss it. I was working in the snow at one point.
Yeah, I remember that. And as we continue to do the lives, we'll give you more of Alex's backstory. It really is.
I have a good backstory.
Yeah, it really is something to hear.
It's something.
All right. M. Reynolds says, oh, he wasn't finished typing. That's what the C was for Chevy. 2015 Chevy Malibu, intermittent starting issues. Battery alternator, check out fine. Car will sometimes not start after a quick stop somewhere. It eventually starts after a few minutes.
Now, starting meaning the starter engaging the engine and turning over the car, or when you go to hit the push button, because I'm pretty sure it's probably push button, it says nothing. Turning over. So let me clarify some mechanic talk for you. So when we say a car is turning over, that means the starter is engaging the engine. When we say it crunk up or it started, that means the engine is actually running. So what is it doing? Is it turning over or is it saying nothing when you hit the push button? I'll need more information to better help you out.
Is it like, you don't want to do your sound effect? Choo, 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 choo.
Well, you did it for me.
All right. Let's get to the next one. I got to grab Chills. Likewise, almost left the field 3 times, but that's all I choose to know. What do you think about EV vehicles? I love my gas vehicles.
Yeah, I really do. The future, I don't think is EV. I think Toyota is doing a really good thing with hydrogen, but the government, I feel, is so greedy. They're trying to money rules this nation. If you got the money,
the world, not just America.
Yes, money rules the world. So all this, we killing the environment is all because of greed. Don't you know I can run my diesel engine off of pure cooking oil? Cooking oil we use every day. It has to be disposed. Why not just put it in the gas tank and just burn it? And it's so much cleaner for the environment. Hydrogen, that's water technology. EV, I don't feel too strong about the EV because of the process it takes to make the batteries. It is hurting the environment if you're looking at an environment standpoint. But to answer your question, how do I feel about it? I think it's pretty cool, depending on what type of EV vehicle you get.
I like drive one.
Yes, I would drive the.
Don't ever buy me no EV car.
No, not total EV. You say EV, it's a classification. You have total electric, you have hybrid, and you have plug-in hybrid. I think I'm a fan of plug-in hybrid because you have the best of both worlds. Okay. You can go completely electric if you plug it in overnight, and once your battery depletes, you can the gas engine will kick in and it'll turn into a regular hybrid. Right. So if you forget to plug it in, so I'm a fan of that, but ultimately I'm a fan of diesel.
Okay, me too. Okay, all right. My guy right here. Which one would be a good choice to purchase a vacuum pump from? Harbor Freight or Yellow Jacket?
Dealing with what type of vacuum pump?
What kind of vacuum pump?
Sweet. Yes. We're talking about a vacuum pump for testing. Talking about tools. I'm pretty sure we're talking about tools. Let's see. What do you say? Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, Yellow Jacket.
I'm not too familiar with Yellow Jacket.
We don't have no Yellow Jacket down here. Where you from?
Yes, where are you from? We don't have a Yellow Jacket down. We do have a Harbor Freight.
And we got a Northern too.
Yes, but I love myself some Harbor Freight. I really do. You can't go wrong with their little warranty program. Sometime I write down to myself a little calendar, like when if I purchase a warranty for like 2 years, I'm like, okay, I purchased it this day. I know this tool or whatever this I bought is going to receive a lot of wear. So like a week before my warranty or expire, a month before my warranty expire, I just get another one. It'd be new.
Thinker outside the box. Gotta love that.
Yes.
When replacing the diff fluid.
That's my philosophy.
Right. When replacing the diff fluid in a 4-wheel drive, is it okay to remove the fill plug and siphon out and replace? Or is removing the cover entirely after draining the best way?
I would say removing the cover because, yes, you can siphon it out, but you won't be able to get those fine metal particles that way. I like to remove the cover, clean up everything. You will do a complete drain and fill 100% that way, versus if you try to siphon it out, it only gets approximately 80 to 90% fluid out. So hopefully that answers your question.
Absolutely. Let's see. Here we go. JWC Tech. What cameras do you use for your videos and live streams? Love the camera, bro.
Oh, thank you. iPhone.
I'm sorry. He said love the channel, bro.
Oh,
my bad. My bad, JWC. Baby, we use that iPhone. Okay.
all the time.
When we started the channel, we had the iPhone
10. I don't know.
Was it the XR?
Probably.
Then I dropped his phone. I'm going to go ahead and take responsibility. I'm always tearing up something. We had the 13 all last year before, and then we just upgraded to the 14. So I don't have any other.
I didn't want to upgrade. It's my wife,
because he is frugal. I don't want to say cheap, but he don't like spend money.
This phone pays for itself.
That's right. This phone.
She was getting on me bad about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the phone is paid for. Just go ahead and get the phone. So to answer your question, we use nothing but iPhone. Editing, nothing but iPhone InShot. So if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, just go on and do it. Just get your camera and go, man. You'll figure out everything else along the way.
Trial and error.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know somebody was saying like, oh, why even try to blur out the tag if it didn't work? We done figured it out now.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Cody JRT, Boton, and it was Boton wheel hubs. Remember the 48?
Oh, and New England.
He's from up north.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Buddy, yeah, that salt. New England has salt on the roads.
Yeah, that's like, they got snow up there.
Oh, yes, yeah. If you up there, so my hat goes off to you, because that's one of my kryptonites. I do not like rust. It's just something about that salt. It affects aluminum and metal.
My transmission cooler, Yoda J says, my transmission cooler went out on my 06 SRT8. Ooh, Chrysler 300. Should I flush my transmission? I read on forums that it's not good to do a flush on a transmission with 150,000 plus miles.
It depends on if you've been taking care of your transmission or not. If you flush a transmission that never has been serviced before, yes, you're going to destroy it. I've never been a fan of flushing transmissions. I always like to drain and fill. I learned that in my early years of trying to flush a lot of transmissions, and they come back because the transmission just went kaput.
In your Goodyear days?
Yes, Goodyear and my mobile mechanic days, back in my early 20s. So I don't like flushing. But if your transmission cooler went out and it has contaminated your transmission, like I don't recall how the transmission cooler runs on your particular engine. I know some of them run through the radiator, and if the radiator transmission, if it's ruptured inside, the coolant will mix with the transmission fluid and vice versa, causing a big mess. And yes, you will have to flush it if that happened. If it contaminated, you have cross-contamination of any type of fluid, most likely coolant.
All right. My guy right here says, if a new blower motor resistor is installed in a vehicle and a puddle of water is seen under the vehicle on the passenger side, what can be happening?
You blower motor resistor. What type of vehicle? I need to know the vehicle setup.
Let me check and see if he said it before.
Did he say it?
No, he hasn't. Okay. Let us know.
Now you could have a drainage issue. I really need to know the vehicle, but it's got to be a drainage issue. If you're using your AC a lot, the AC evaporator core emits sweat or that's the proper name. Condensation. It emits a lot of condensation. And the system is designed to drain out that condensation on the ground, which get a lot of eyebrows arched up with my customer. Like, oh my gosh, my car is leaking something. Like, well, it's normal for your car to leak water if you're running your AC. Now, if you're running your AC and if your car is not leaking any water, most likely it's building up in the inside and it will into the passenger compartment. So most likely if you're seeing any type of water, if it is water, you got to be able to differentiate. I think I said that word.
Differentiate.
Yes.
Yes.
Differentiate from coolant to water. So just smell it. If it looks like water, smell like water. If water don't have a smell, it's water, and you most likely your drain is stopped up for your AC system to go out to exit the vehicle on the ground.
We have a video of a Toyota Corolla that had that issue.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see if you can find that on the channel. Mike P. Mike P comments on a lot of videos all the time. I see Mike.
I like
P.
his background picture.
Mike P's name all the time. So
what is that?
What you got up there, Mike P? That might be a Dodge.
No, that's a Dodge.
Yeah.
The little 2 stripes.
Every time I see a video, Mike P's name is under there. So thank you so much for all your support and
I
always
really appreciate
rocking.
It.
All right. He says 2015 Chrysler
Cylinder
200.
6 misfire.
Yes, getting random P0306 misfires. Nothing constant. Finally swapped the plug and coil to number 2 and 4. Number 6 spark plug was a little loose. Wouldn't the code be constant with a loose plug?
Not necessarily. Sometimes when you're dealing with like loose plugs, metal expands and contracts. So when, just like an exhaust leak, when some exhaust leaks will seal themselves up. Like when you first cranking up when it's cold, you'll hear the exhaust leak, and as the engine run, it closes itself up and you won't hear it anymore. So the same thing can be going on with the plug. That's the scientific answer for that. Is probably contracting and sealing itself up when you're constricting.
Yeah. We do this all day, just words. Big Happy says, I sent you pictures of what you were working on and then what I'm working on. When you have a chance, look on your Instagram. Happy birthday again, and thank you for all your help from California.
I got you. Now, I'm probably going to have me some more beer tonight and be out of it. So, yeah, look for me to answer that tomorrow.
C Street says, 2006 300 transmission fluid never changed, 156,000 miles. Will it cause problems? None now. I guess will it have problems in the future?
Yeah, if that fluid was never changed, I wouldn't go messing with it now because it's well overdue for transmission service. You're supposed to service your transmission just like you service your oil. We all know if you don't change your oil, what's going to happen? Or engine's going to go out. Well, same goes for transmission, and a lot of people don't know that. You're supposed to change your fluid between on your average car. I'm just talking about your average car here. About every 30,000 miles. That's the major problem with the Nissan CVT failure. The dealership, when you take your car in, they want to tell you a whole list of other maintenance stuff, but they don't want to tell you about your transmission. I've done some research, and you're supposed to change your CVT fluid on your Nissan Altimas about every 25,000 to about 20 to 25,000 miles. And I always ask people, because I interview a lot of people. It's basically an interview. They don't know they're being interviewed, but I ask just to get my knowledge up so I can help you guys out on my channel. And they always say Nissan never told me about a transmission service, and I'm at 60,000 miles or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, wow, yeah, you definitely need to service your transmission. So I'm always offering CVT transmission services, and a transmission lasts longer in return.
Mm-hmm. Ira Jackson's back. Did you ever think about doing a virtual mechanic video on how to fix certain problems? Get paid Cash App or whatever?
I really don't do this for the money. I really do it just to help people genuinely. That's my wife, but genuinely, that's just how I feel. Because in my mindset, education is power, especially dealing with vehicles. I hate to see people get ripped off. But no, I never, to answer your question, no, I never considered that. I wouldn't really know where to start. Virtual mechanic video. Man, was I doing it already? I don't know.
I tell you what, like I always tell him all the time, you either going to have time or you're going to have money. Very seldom do you have both at the same time. You either got time.
Thanks for the birthday.
Yeah, I know, right, man?
I really
he done bought you a 64 pack, man. Either you got time or money.
I love it.
Very seldom you have them both at the same time. You know, unless you done really made it in life and you got all this money and nothing but time. But for the most of us regular average people,
and I'm average. There's nothing special about me.
It's like you got money but you ain't got no time because you busy working and making the money. A lot of times, like today is Sunday, it's his birthday, but he still went up to the shop today to finish this Mustang Cobra situation that we're trying to get out of there before we try to take a little 3-day vacation. So, you know, maybe in the future, I mean, maybe when the virtual reality hit, maybe he'll be there. I don't know.
Definitely, I would definitely look into that. Thank you.
For sure.
Because I love the teacher, and I've been told I'm a good teacher.
Uncle Mark is like, let me click it. He says, I check on reviews of Top Done and Intelligent Scan. Some are very slow. Others don't do everything. Many guys have 2 or 3 different scanners. They work with many different vehicles for sure.
Yeah, that's me. I have used to have multiple scanners, but some have been stolen. Most of them stolen.
Yeah.
So down to basically
even UPS sold the $5,000 one. We never got that scam, and thankfully, bank gave us our money back. But yeah, people be stealing scams. Gene was like he from Atlanta. Hey, born and raised, baby. We didn't flew here. We was grooved here. Okay, Grady Hospital, and Alex went to Grady High School. He sure did. So, he says, "Can you explain the difference between supercharger, and turbocharger?"
Okay, so this is very simple, and I'm a big gearhead when it comes to performance. I just don't get into all of that. A supercharger is belt driven. Now they both provide the same thing. They're forcing air in the engine. It's basically like giving athletes oxygen. More oxygen means more performance. More air in a car forced in and compacting the air inside and makes the combustion more stronger, more power. So it's just different ways of delivering air inside the engine. Supercharger, belt driven, which is kind of robbing the cons on that. I'm kind of blabbering on. Yes. It robs power from the engine because it's belt driven. In terms, give power. Turbocharger is the most efficient because it uses exhaust gases, which is going out the exhaust regardless, and using that to spin a turbine, which on end spins another turbine on the compressor side, forcing air inside the engine. So I prefer turbocharger.
All right, we're gonna take 3 or 4 more because it is 8:02.
Yes,
and we got some crazy kids in the house, and we gotta go in there and be parents. But we're gonna take just a few more, guys.
Yes.
M. Reynolds is back. He said it's actually key. We're talking about the 2015 Chevy. What was it? A Malibu.
With the
intermittent start. So it actually uses a key. Everything powers on, but it doesn't turn over.
Okay.
Crank sensor was recently replaced, but that didn't solve the issue.
Now, you said that sounds like if you uses the key, I would start by checking the starter relay. Now, sometimes they won't have a starter relay and they'll have a smart integrated box, but it's a Chevy, so it may still use as a starter relay. Check the starter relay. Check the starter. I have a great video on how to check a starter. So, dang, I wish I can just put it up there. Like,
well, this is our first time using this contraption, but we'll get better at it as we go. But go on the channel, and it's a video teach you how to test the relays on there that we do have.
So. Check the starter, and you may have a wiring issue. If a wiring issue, I can't help you there. But if you're not familiar with checking the starter, you can simply, before you buy one, I never recommend people buying stuff and throwing parts on stuff without properly testing them. It's a waste of money. I look at people's money as I look at my money. Take the starter off, take it to AutoZone. If you're not familiar with testing it, they will freely test it for you for free. Yeah. You just got to get it off. So I will start there.
All right. It says yabba dabba doo.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. It made me laugh. Do you have an age limit on cars you will work on?
Yes, I do.
For the public, yes.
Yes, for the public.
You want me to answer that question? So yeah, older cars is an issue with the OBD2 scanner. Like we're running a shop, so we got to keep it moving.
Efficiency.
Right? Efficiency is the key. So if you get like a 1970 something in there, which we used to, and everything that we have in place now is because we had experience with it. Mm-hmm. It's tying up the lift. They can't find parts, and this and that.
They don't know what engine they got because somebody done swapped it. Oh,
so. For the sake of running an efficient business, we don't But if it's personal and private, something he want to work on,
like
he
my
will.
Cutlass or something like my 85 Accord. Of course, I play around with
Atishan says, "What kind of foods you guys eat, and do y'all eat at Golden Corral?" Yes, I eat at Golden Corral. Y'all do. I mean, shoot. Well, I'm on this healthy thing right now, but I mean, wing 10-piece on a Friday night. We'll go to American Deli, get us a 10-piece lemon pepper.
I love it.
He'll get him a 10-piece medium. Kids get lemon pepper wings and eat some fries, and
or I will go in the backyard and grill up some ribs. Oh, I've heard I cook some mean ribs.
The best ribs. I don't even like ribs, but his ribs is busting. All right, but we're your typical American family. But during the week, we try to like stay healthy. Sometimes Alex forgets to eat, so I try to make a lunch.
I be on the move.
Yeah. So we try to eat right, but we just your spaghetti. I mean, whatever. We just your regular American family. All right, it says, love y'all. Got daddy duties. Love the couple support. Yes, especially in this field of work. Plus, y'all always happy and smiling. We all got to keep it this way. God bless. Yes. Thank you for answering my question. Thank you, Chills. You probably already gone, but we do appreciate that so much. I think you got one more star. Oh, it's Ira, is it? Oh, no, it's not. There go Ira. Don't give no more money, Ira. He said, I know what you're saying. It's one thing you need a one-on-one on how to fix a problem, because sometimes you don't get a video from a person that you trust on how to fix one. Drink up.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, so Ira, here's the goal. If we could get more staff in, which we're currently working on, and it'll free him up a little bit more, because right now he's everything. Yes. We do have two techs on hand,
but they're
kids. Good at what they're good at.
They still call me for everything.
Yeah, they call him, and of course we want them to get the job right. So that's the policy.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Always ask Alex. Don't let anything go out that door if you're unsure. So right now he's pulling different directions, and then he's got me. Hey, I need to make this video. So maybe
it's hard.
Yeah, if we could get more staff and it frees him up. I mean, if the metaverse jump off,
we got some ideas.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas. But if you specifically ever need help, the best way to get in touch with Alex right now, you can send him video, whatever, is Instagram.
Yeah, I will remember your name. I can't forget your name.
Can't forget Ira.
Gave me so much beer money.
All right. JW Tech says, keep pushing that content. Rube Mac says, happy birthday. Your videos have helped me a lot.
Hey, that's the goal.
That's the goal. Ben Jarvis says, how do you feel about the range AFM delete device for a 2015 5.3, trying to preserve the lifters? I know you love lifters.
Yeah. quick on that. I've actually seen the regular lifters fail. I've been running into more regular lifter failure than the DOD lifters. So yes, it will help, because sometimes I do see collapsed lifters where the truck don't switch to a 4-cylinder and that lifter just don't pop back out like it should. So yeah, that does help slow the inevitable. Did I say that right? Yes,
proud of you.
Down. It's a story behind my wording, guys. I'm gonna get to that. I'll probably make a live behind my history behind myself.
Yeah, because it's a method to all of this, and that's why we work so well together. All right, I remember when Golden Corral was $5. Man, when? Okay, but buffet now I think it is a lot higher. We take all the kids, and we dropping $100 easy. All right. Says keep pushing that content.
You read that one.
I did. Think Outside the Box says thanks for live and answering questions. I'm glad I found your channel. We will be live again. Try to be live every Sunday at 7.
We have a new hideaway spot.
Yes, to do the live, so our crazy kids will jump in. But we do plan on being on a campground next Sunday. So if we have the
I doubt it.
The Wi-Fi.
I don't know. All over the place.
We're gonna try, but every Sunday at 7, look for us. We're gonna try to commit to being on here.
It's a commitment. I'm gonna make sure. My wife is like, I don't want to do it.
I sure didn't feel like
today.
Doing it
I was like, come on, I wanna talk to some people.
I'm up on here. I did it because it's your birthday. It says, Alter Sean Baker. This is gonna be the last question. Have you ever gotten injured as a mechanic?
Yes.
And what was the most severe?
This one right here.
Man, I wish I had the picture to put up there.
I don't know. It's done healed up so good, but it's sliced. My hand is literally was sliced open right here.
Yeah, those two fingers.
Shunk. So I was it done healed up really good, but I can see the scar. I don't know if it
stitches
showed
and
up
everything.
on camera, but I was making a
trailer out of the bed of the F-150.
Yes. And I was cutting the front end off. I was cutting the frame to separate the front end where the engine and cab go. And what I was doing, I was pushing down on it to break it loose. And I happened to earlier that day, I backed the car up real close. So when I pushed down, the frame came down and my hand got jammed between the bumper and the metal piece. So it was just like, I literally seen my bone. I thought I lost my 2 fingers.
Yeah.
But
it healed up good though.
Yeah. No, I think that was my most serious injury.
Bye, Ira.
Yes. See you later, Ira.
Thank you guys for coming on the live. This was a lot of fun. Again, we're getting up there in subscribers. I think we're like at 20K now, and we started off at 76 subscribers. 76. All right. So we're committed to keep it pushing, and we're here for you guys. Alex is very adamant about being able to interact, answer questions, and stuff like that. Until next time,
Alex the Car Doctor out.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you guys later.